Hey, everybody. Good morning. It's the Marnie Morning Show. How are you all doing today? I'm super excited because I have my friend and client, Sarah Strizzy, here with me, and we're going to talk about all things heart wall clearing, the great ascension, and also this piece of overwhelm that a lot of us are feeling. But before we dive into that, Sarah, welcome to the show. Can you tell me, just give us a little bit about you and tell us a little bit about what you do and what your work is in the world?
Love it. Thank you so much, Marnie, for having me here. Such a pleasure to be a guest on your show. So my name is Sarah Strizzy. I am a energy healer and intuitive coach. It's been quite a journey to get to where I am today, right? We all have this life journey that brings us all of the things. Ultimately, I have a desire to help people really embrace their authenticity and come into the truth of who they are. And how we do that is a multifaceted system.
So today, I want to talk a little bit about this constant chatter in my mind lately, and I would love your reframe on this. Like you said, we're in the middle of an expansion, right? So maybe you could explain that a little bit. So the consciousness of humanity is rising, right? So we're in the great ascension. So why don't you just give us a quick couple of sentences about, well, what exactly is that? That may be news for some people, probably not for my audience, but like, what is your perspective on that? And how do you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So interesting, right? How do I know? I ask myself that too. How do I even know this, right? So I have just an inner knowing, and I know that we all have access to this inner knowing. We all signed up to be here on this planet at this time. So it's already part of our deeper
Wait a minute. So did I pick it?
You did. You chose it. You chose your life.
My soul chose to come in at this time.
Yes. We volunteered to be the boots on the ground at this time. Yes. We are the brave volunteers. We are the brave volunteers who signed up to be here on this planet.
Yeah.
So brave. You're the baddest and boldest on this planet right now. So
I love it.
Yeah, so good stuff.
So good.
So we're here, and it just, in the evolution of humanity, we are at the greatest awakening, the greatest expansion of the human collective ever. How do I know this? It's just in my being. It's just in my being. It's
because of your own evolution, right?
Absolutely.
You're observing it in yourself, and then you start to observe it in other humans, right?
Yes. And with that, we're finding ourselves kind of in the birthing process. So we're having a lot of this stuff that we wanted to brush under the rug and not deal with. It's coming to the surface.
Oh my God.
And so it's creating overwhelm. People are not, it's happening very fast and furious. So people are having a hard time staying on top of it. And in this transformation, this metamorphosis that we're going through, a lot of our old selves are being shed. A lot of our old ideas and beliefs are falling away because they're no longer relevant.
And the more we grab onto it and try to hold on to our former selves, the rockier it's going to be.
100%.
Right?
100%. My word for this year is flow, because I had a sense that 2024 was going to be this really peak year of division, of change, of darkness, but we're paving the way to something totally beautiful. But I knew that I had to prepare myself. Yes. I had to prepare myself and just tell myself ahead of time, my word for this year is flow. Just go the water down the river, right?
So, Sarah, help me reframe this. How can I express the challenge that I'm going through and the experience and be authentic to myself, and also put it out to the world that it's okay and I'm ready for more?
So that's a reflection of this expansion that we're in. You've done so much groundwork, right, to prepare yourself to be this container that can hold this space. Right? You're an amazing mentor. You've walked the talk. You've done the do, right? So right now, so many people are awakening to the truth of who they are, and they realize that they came here with a light to shine and gifts to share, and they want a platform, and they need this system around themselves, myself included. And so with you as this business coach who has really put really solid intention into growing your business, have faith and trust that you will be able to meet that demand. So first of all, You surrender
Okay. That's it.
you
That's
surrender.
it, girl. I gotta surrender.
So what you're dealing here is we have our ego, we have our spirit, right? Those are our aspects of ourself. Our ego is it's survival mode, right? It's a little more fear-based because it's basing its reference on the past,
Survival
right?
mode.
So it's trying to hold on to the past point of reference. Well, when I say surrender, it's surrendering into spirit, surrendering into that field of pure potentiality where all things are, where you are capable of meeting all the things. And when you do that, you open yourself up to this higher level, this higher iteration of energy.
Right.
You're tapped into this flow, this everlasting source and flow of energy that we cut ourselves off from when we're living from, just the human brain, the human perspective. So just open yourself up, surrender, and also know that you're not alone. Okay. So you're not just a one single human trying to figure this out and force an effort your way through all of this. Ask for guidance. If things are coming too fast, just ask spirit, ask your guides, ask the universe, just to slow it down into a point where you can assimilate it and really give your best to all your clients. And you're not asking to reduce the abundance, to reduce the opportunity. You're just asking for kind of like getting into that Zen mode where you can kind of see each frame a little longer.
So what are some practices that you think that I can do and also our listeners can do when you're feeling that feeling of overwhelm and when you feel like there's just no way you can handle it all?
Right. So one tip I give to my clients is when you're in that space, that drive, forward momentum and all of that, you're in your analytical mind. Like you said, you're plugging all the pieces, you're mapping your calendar, you're on these calls. It's very, very analytical.
Emails. Oh my God.
Yeah. Totally. Right. So you're in that analytical mind. And when you're in that analytical mind, you're somewhat detached from your heart space because all of your energy is going into your analytical mind. So taking that 20 minutes to go and meditate helps you bring that energy down into your heart space.
Heart. Yes.
And it shifts into a different vibration of energy. And when you're in that heart space, that surrender, that flow, you are then able to access a wealth of information. You have a higher vantage point. You're absolutely able to access higher levels of wisdom. Things drop in that quiet space.
Yes. Yeah, because in my brain, in my mind, if I don't answer these emails right now, then there will be loss. And so it comes from a place of lack and scarcity. That's all up here. But when I meditate and I drop down and I go, okay, well, how can I serve my clients better? Is serving my clients rattling off a quick text or a quick email, or is serving my clients dropping deeply into my heart and offering a response from there, taking my time?
Any of us, the heart space is uncomfortable, right? Because that's where you're vulnerable. That's where you surrender, and it takes courage to surrender.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It takes courage. And so this heart wall clearing experience that I've developed is really such a passion project of mine because I see the potential in everybody and I see the blocks that most of us are facing, right? With that inability to really tap into your truth, the authenticity of who you are, really get back into, your soul essence that gets programmed out of us here as humans, right? Many of us are putting aside, really our true passion and what it is we want to do. We kind of numb ourselves to that because we feel like it's so distant and such a far goal out in the horizon. Well, what I've come to learn through my energy healing training, through the emotion and body code and belief code, is that 93% of us are walking around with, multi layers of trapped emotional energies surrounding our heart space.
Yes.
These emotions have formed over the course of our lives as, we were rejected or told we weren't good enough or
betrayed, abandoned,
all of that. And so to protect ourselves, have created this big wall. Well, that wall,
so is that an energetic wall? Let's get down to nitty brass tacks here. Is it an energetic wall that we put around actually our heart? Is it within the body or is it a whole thing? Or
so it's formed by our subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind is this cataloging computer keeping track of every experience, everything. It's taking in all the information. Okay, so the subconscious mind is constructing this wall of trapped emotions around our heart space. And over time, that really creates a disconnect. We feel disconnected from ourselves. We feel disconnected from others, from joy, from abundance, right? So
when I get into this state of overwhelm, so I just want to bring up the point of overwhelm. When we get stuck in this state of overwhelm, then I'm not connected to my heart space. It's in total disconnect. Please continue.
So you're more in a fear-based, because of that disconnection. That's where fear can come in, right? Because you feel disconnected and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, all of this is on my shoulders. I have to figure this all out. Well, that disconnect from dropping into your heart space is really creating majority of our problems here on this planet. So there's a solution.
Oh, wow.
There is a solution. Let's release that baggage. Let's clear those trapped emotional energies. Let's open up our heart space in a very safe, sacred space. And in that new iteration of yourself, heart wall free, you're able to really drop in to that heart space and live a spirit-centered life in a busy human world. And it's amazing. It's amazing what happens. I truly believe that this is the number one thing, the number one gift you can give yourself is going through the process of releasing your heart wall. Life on the other end of a heart wall is like welcoming the new earth into your everyday life. It's with you from then on out. You're in a higher state of consciousness. People are attracted to you because they feel that your walls are down. So the right people, the right opportunities and resources flow to you. You become more energetically attractive, right? You're open to receive, right? That's a big thing in the manifestation process, right? You can give, but if you're not open to receive, you're not completing that circuit, right? So being in a state of receiving is such a blessing to you and to those you're serving.
So if we're always in this open state, doesn't that leave us open for bad things to get into? And that's why we put our heart wall in the first place.
So good. So when our heart wall is being formed, typically we're more approaching life as a human, right? As the ego, right? And that's like that fear and we're piling it on. When you release those emotions and that trauma from your heart space, you invoke the truth of who you are, which is this powerful, beautiful, all-knowing, just spirit side of you. And it's impervious. It's in a love vibration, right? So you're in a love vibration.
Right.
What's reality outside of love? There really isn't. So it really just unveils the illusion that you once bought into.
And the negativity will bounce off of you. Right? Boom,
you release the illusion of fear. So you release, and so you step into this different space of power, not ego power, not I'm going to lord over you, but power, your essence, right? Your creator self. And when you're seeing the world through this newfound abundance and limitlessness and love, the things that used to freak you out and make you feel like your world was going to come shattering down are not there anymore. It's like you turned the light on and the shadow disappeared. So it's a different perspective. You're offering yourself a higher vantage point, a different perspective in which to live every day. It's truly miraculous. You're in the vibration of miracles and blessings, right? And in that, when you're in that vibration, when you're in that higher vibrational state, that lower vibrational energy doesn't even really affect you because you're not even on that same level anymore. When you allow yourself to confront the uncomfortable feelings and to shed these layers and to get into this new space, this consciousness evolution, this ascension that we're in, it's spiral. Okay. So it's an upwards, we're hoping to do an upward spiral. And so, yes, we'll have this awakening. We'll have these epiphanies. We'll have these moments, but then it circles back around again because there's more for us to shed. There's more for us to see. There's more for us to release. So it's an ebb and flow. It's a
constant thing that we have to keep working on. So tell us about the program a little bit. It's a 6-week program. It's called the Heart Wall Clearing Experience. And it's energy healing. It's one-on-one sessions with you. tell us a little bit about it, and how do they find it?
Absolutely. So this is a 6-session program. So with this energy work, your subconscious, your energy field will release a certain amount of let's say trapped emotions in any given session, right? Typically in a heart wall session, I'll be able to release between 8 and 10 trapped emotions from your heart wall space before your subconscious is saying, okay, great, let's process, let's pick this back up. So I typically space them 1 week apart. So there's 6 one-on-one energy healing sessions. I utilize the emotion, body, and belief codes in my energy healing. Once those 6 sessions are complete and your heart wall has been fully dismantled, we then have an integration call where we have a coaching call for about 45 minutes, and I help you process what we've gone through, the journey, and give you really helpful tools on how to integrate this new state of being into your daily life. So you can go to my website, sarahstrizzy.com.
I actually put it in the comments.
Perfect. Yeah, that's where you can find great. That's where you can find information about this heart wall clearing experience. And I just would be honored to connect with you and embark on this journey of just transformation.
All right. Well, you stay on. We're going to say goodbye to our audience now. Thank you, everybody, for joining. There's more information about Sarah down below, as well as her heart wall clearing experience. This is Marne Semick and Sarah Strizzy signing off for today, the Marne Morning Show. And if you need help growing your conscious coaching business, please reach out to me. That's what I do. And we're all sending you lots of love and lots of joy. And we'll see you real soon. Peace.